everybody. I'm going to show you today how to make microwave veggie lasagna. Actually, it's meat sauce lasagna, but the recipe card comes in the Italian kit with 4 other ones. This is one of my favorite recipes, so I want to kind of show you step by step what you do. Remember, Epicure's meal kits are great value, and this recipe says it's actually $3.75 per serving, and it says it's 4 servings, but when you see the lasagna, you could probably make do with less than 4 servings. You can probably get 6 servings out of it. Okay, the first thing is you make the sauce. And I actually made this yesterday because I knew I wanted to do this today. All you do for the sauce, you get the marinara seasoning out of the Italian kit and you follow the directions on the side. So for this one, you needed a can of diced tomatoes, a small can of crushed tomatoes. I always have to cut these in half because I can't find crushed tomatoes in smaller cans for whatever reason. And 1.5 tablespoons of the marinara sauce mix. I put in 1/2 pound of ground beef. That's all you need. Of course, I use good grass-fed ground beef. And you let that simmer in a saucepan. So take note, that's 1 pan you got to get dirty, right? Then you end up with this awesome sauce. It's actually literally awesome sauce. Okay, so the next step is to make the ricotta filling. So you need 2 eggs. And I'm just going to beat those up a little bit. Then you need a couple cups of ricotta cheese. This is a 15-ounce jar of ricotta cheese. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I'm going to mix that in there a little bit. Get that integrated just a little. And then 4 cups of shredded baby spinach. So I did this ahead of time so that we wouldn't have a lot of dead air time around the spinach shredding, but I used my handy dandy Prep Pro paring knife to shred this spinach earlier. So I'm just going to mix this all together. And we're just going to hit pause for a second while I do this. All right, so we've got our ricotta, our 2 eggs, and our shredded spinach all mixed up in this bowl. And we're gonna get out our multi-purpose steamer. Now remember, the steamer is 100% food grade silicone. It will not leach into your food. And that's why we're gonna put it in the microwave to cook this lasagna today. I know it sounds like sacrilege, right? But it's like the best thing on earth. All right, so you're gonna take, when you make this, you're gonna end up with 3 cups of sauce when you make a recipe of sauce from the marinara package. So the directions say to start with 3/4 cup. These are our prep cups, and they're labeled with the measurements. So it says start up with 3/4 cup at a time. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just spreading it on the bottom of the multi-purpose steamer. And then I have the no-bake noodles. I'm gonna cover the bottom with the noodles. And then we're going to put half of this mixture right on top of that. Let's see, make sure I got this right. Yep. So half of this mixture is going to go on top. Now when you're covering the noodles over, make sure you get the edges with the sauce, because you don't want any noodles sticking out the sides and not getting cooked in there. So I'm just spreading this along the bottom. You can see in there. That's about half the mixture. And then we're going to do another 3/4 cup of sauce. I'm going to measure that out. All right. Another 3/4 cup of sauce goes on top of the spinach mixture. Just kind of spread it evenly across there. All right. Then another couple noodles. Now, like I said, I used the no-boil noodles. These happen to be the ones that you find in the refrigerated case at the store, but you can also use the no-boil dry lasagna noodles if you want. And then the other half of spinach mixture goes on top of that set of noodles. All right, get all that ricotta goodness out of the bowl. And you're getting some veggies too. You got that spinach in here, so that's something. Again, I'm spreading this all the way to the edges so the noodles are covered, so they get the moisture that they need to stay moist while these are cooking. And then another 3/4 of a cup of sauce. Okay. Is there. Spread it out around here. Now I will say I did salt the marinara when I made it because there's never enough salt in Epicure's products. They're very low sodium. It's very sodium conscious, so you want to make sure you salt to your taste. All right, last set of noodles go on there. And the rest of the sauce goes right on top. I'm just going to spread that across. Again, reaching to the edges of all the noodles so that they are able to retain their moisture as this cooks. Although this is a multi-purpose steamer, so it is pretty good at keeping moisture in. That is why it's called a steamer. All right, so now I've got that spread pretty evenly. And I've got a cup of shredded mozzarella right here. And that's going to go on top, evenly over the top. There we have it. Okay, the lid is going to go on top of that. And then we're going to put it in the microwave. Make sure that the vents are not toward the handles. They're going away from the handles. I'm going to put this in the microwave and it's going to cook for 15 minutes. And I'm going to pause the video and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, so while the lasagna is cooking, it occurred to me I should probably bring a few things to your attention. One of those is that while the lasagna is cooking in the microwave, you can make a salad. So what I have here is I made some balsamic vinaigrette, which comes in the Italian kit, and I actually added some summer berry sweet dip mix. So I made a really, really tasty berry balsamic vinaigrette dressing. All you do again is follow the instructions for the balsamic vinaigrette, and I added a tablespoon of the summer berry to a tablespoon of the balsamic vinaigrette dressing. So that said, all right, the other thing I wanted to bring to your attention, of course, like I said, the balsamic comes in the Italian kit, and the marinara sauce mix comes in the Italian kit, and so does some Alfredo packets of Alfredo and your 5 recipe cards. Okay, you're gonna get 30 to 40 servings out of a box. It's a really economical way to feed your family. I just want to bring another thing to your attention. Remember I told you I made the sauce in a frying pan, in a saute pan. I made the eggs and the ricotta in this bowl, and I measured out the sauce with this bowl. So basically you're cleaning 3 things when you make this meal, which is awesome. And then the steamer, when it comes out, that'll be the 4th thing you have to clean. So really economical when it comes to the dishes. I'm going to go on pause again while we're waiting for the lasagna. It's going to take another 10 minutes. Well, I'm back, and while I was waiting for the lasagna to cook in the microwave, I made 2 salads. I was just about to dress them with our balsamic summer berry dressing. It's very yummy. I made this the other night, so the flavor should have melded even more, and the taste should have gotten better over time. So let's check on the lasagna. Set these aside. Here we go. 15 minutes. This thing is heavy. All right. Feast your eyes on this. Took 15 minutes in the microwave. The mozzarella is all bubbly, and guess what? It's not sticking to the sides. Everything is totally non-stick. See how that? Totally non-stick. There's no crusty cheese sticking to the side, but it looks really yummy, right? It is pretty heavy. So they say that's 4 servings. I think that's more like 6 servings. So just as a reminder, everything that you needed to make this is in the Italian Epicure Italian kit, and with the exception of the summer berry, everything you need, all the directions are in here and the seasonings, and all you need to do is add your pantry items, and you can have a delicious lasagna in 15 minutes. Bon appetit! See you next time.